looking at the 100% cotton scalloped edge quilt set. But guess what? You're not just getting the quilt set. These are reversible. So it's like a 2-in-1. You're not just getting the quilts. You're also getting 2 beautiful shams that go with it. So if you're looking to update your wardrobe in your bedroom, right? This is your bedding wardrobe. Now's the time to do it at the lowest price ever. It is just $34.95. This is 56% off for you to be able to get this home. Now we have you covered for twin, full, queen, and king. I want to go through the colors, but let's bring back in Andrea. We were just together for Fresh Cut Paper. Andrea, you and I were talking yesterday. Could not believe this price either.
I know. Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
It's insane.
It's the fastest way to completely change the look of your room, right? When you want to change things up, you want to add something fresh, something beautiful for maybe the spring and summer season. The simplest way, and it's the perfect weight for those seasons as well. Absolutely gorgeous. We've taken that classic quilt set and we've updated it. We've given this beautiful watercolored floral design. So there's no repeating patterns like with traditional quilts. You're just going to love how beautiful that is. And we've made it interesting in putting that reverse in a different pattern. So this is kind of more of a Swiss dot, not raised, but in those small polka dots. You can see it there on screen. It's just a subtle polka dot in that beautiful base coat. This here is the cream. So it's the perfect way to complement this set. It's on the quilt as well, that beautiful coloring. I absolutely love all the variation of color again, and it just looks like it flows beautifully across the entire bed.
Now this is the cream, correct? Okay, so we're looking at the cream. Then we have, let's go down here to the other colors. So which one, is that the rose?
This is the rose.
Oh, let's take a look at the
rose. So
let's
take a look at the rose. Again, beautiful full color from end to end. The reverse is that blush pink. And what's really great about our shams is that they have a zipper closure. So
ooh,
you actually can keep the pillows inside. It's so easy to, I say load and unload the pillows when you want to. Instead of, some that have those folds in the center and you're constantly fighting with getting it in there. It's easy load and unload. Again, that gorgeous design. It's scalloped all the way around on the shams in addition to on the quilt, which is such a beautiful complement.
Super cute. Next one, are we calling this chambray?
Yes, this is our chambray blue. Let me go ahead and open that one up so you can see how beautiful that color is. And no real top or bottom on that either. So that's nice. You can kind of mix it up.
Gorgeous, and different blues in there. Then of course we have this yellow.
The yellow is stunning. Now not all yellows are created equal. This one is more of a butter yellow, kind of a soft yellow. Again, it's got greens and some tans and browns in there as well. A little bit of the cream. And then here on the reverse, you see that beautiful butter yellow again with your very subtle white polka dot design.
So cute.
And we've carried that in the trim all the way around as well.
Gorgeous. And then for everyone who loves purple, listen, this is so pretty.
Yes.
This is what we are calling the purple, but of course it has like a little bit of like the blues in there too. Some of those light lavenders. I mean, really gorgeous.
Yes, and I believe we're calling this one lilac. It has that gorgeous, almost lavender color purple on the reverse, again with that subtle Swiss dot look, and then the zipper here, so it makes it easy to load and unload your pillows. This is a beautiful color for a child's bedroom. If you're looking for something to just kind of give them that beautiful floral look with those variations of color. I'm a purple girl, so I absolutely love that set.
Now, I want to remind you all, this is the lowest price we've seen. This is for a quilt that you are getting that is reversible, as well as the 2 shams. So we do have a twin, a full, a queen, or king, but you are getting 3 pieces. Now, this is super cozy. This is, I believe, people are already loving it. I saw some reviews or people saying it was cozy. It felt so good. The details in here. But I mean, this is 100% cotton, Andrea.
Yes, 100% cotton percale. So that's going to give you that beautiful, perfect weight. It's very light and airy, but it's got just enough of a fill to give it some shape. We love that smooth texture. It's not shiny, it's not satiny. It's that beautiful matte finish, but such a beautiful way to add those gorgeous colors, a little bit of lightweight coverage for the summer. I don't like those heavy winter comforters in the summer, but if you wanted to make this a little warmer, you could certainly add a blanket to it. And then you see all that vermicelli stitching in there. That's really interesting. It creates that visual, creates that pattern. It kind of swirls around in here and never crosses over itself, but again, it gives that texture. It gives that idea, that visual of movement with those watercolor florals that we have. And this is super easy to take care of because it's 100% cotton. It's machine washable, tumble dry low. That I love in my bedding when you can machine wash, because it just makes it so easy to care for. If you were to get a spill or you have pets and you want to go ahead and throw it in the wash, you can certainly do that.
Well, and the way I think about it too, right, is a lot of the time we are putting synthetic things on our skin. Our skin is our largest organ, so we want to put things that are, you know, organic sometimes, right, on our skin. So this is 100% cotton. There's nothing in here but cotton.
Exactly.
So this is going to feel good on you. You don't have to worry about things, you know, kind of, we don't think about it, I think, a lot of the time, but we are sleeping, what, a third of our lives?
That's
right? We're in
right,
our
8
bed.
hours?
Yeah.
If you're lucky?
So, yeah, if you're lucky. That's not me. But if you get 8 hours of sleep, good for you. But we want things that are good for our skin, right? This is going to be one of them. The cream is the most popular. And it's the most limited, I'm hearing. $11 and change is going to get this home for you. Guys, I want to remind you, right, when we think about what this is for a full set, can you get for $34.95 a 100% cotton scalloped hem with all the details quilt? No, you probably for $34.95 can find a pillowcase if you go to any of your home stores. Maybe on the, let's say the chintzy side, you'll find 2 pillowcases that have very little quality to them, Andrea.
Yes.
These have all the details. Reversible. It's getting 2 sets in one. And I'm so blown away by the scalloping, but then also the fact that there is a zipper.
Yes.
We only see those on those like really $100 sets or more.
Exactly. To really keep that pillow enclosed in there, you've got that zipper. So it's really easy to load and unload. Great if you're going to wash these. The pillows come right out. You throw these right in the wash, machine wash, tumble dry. And I do love what you said about putting really nice fabrics against our skin.
Yes.
Cotton is an organic fabric. Obviously, it's cool to the touch. It feels good against our skin. It's breathable. It moves with us. And that's what this percale design does. 140 thread count, so it's not super heavy. It's not stiff. It's going to give you that beautiful movement. You've got that beautiful stitching in there. You know, it's not like a traditional quilt that has all those repeating patterns.
Right.
This just has that gorgeous watercolor floral effect here in the cream, but we pulled in lots of other colors. So you can use this if you have other colors in your room. If cream isn't maybe what your wall color is. I have cream in my carpeting, but I love having these sage greens in my room. So
and look at some of these, Andrea, like how people have set up their rooms.
Absolutely. So you can go ahead and put the either side up. Let's say you have the floral print up. You could flip over and do the dot on the back. But look at all the richness of color. You've got that vermicelli stitching in there, which gives it texture. It gives it movement. And it looks so beautiful with those sage colored sheets. Really pull from what's in your space and pick whatever works best for you. I love having this as a set that I can put on in the springtime, in the summertime when I want something a little bit lighter weight on my bedding, but it completely changes the look and feel of your space. Much easier than repainting or changing your curtains. You can refresh your space with a quilt set, and we've got you not just the quilt, but the matching shams, and we've carried the scalloping in on that too. Beautiful.
These are show-stopping. I think like once you see, because we're showing you little bits and pieces. When you look at your screen right now, take a look at the full bed. Now look at your bedroom. This could be your bedroom, right? This is not a heavy lift. All you are doing is changing the wardrobe of your bed. Now, do you have a guest room? What about your bedroom, right? You wanted to give that resort, that 5-star, that luxe feel and look. You want to be able to have your guests sleep in something that is 100% cotton, right? I mean, the more you wash this too, the better it gets because it's cotton. But look at the high-end details on this. Lowest price we've seen, it is just $11 and change to get home. So think about your twin, your full, your queen, your king. No one is being charged anymore for a larger size. It is the same price for all sizes. You just have to get it home. And as Andrea was saying, right, Andrea, you can ground it in another color. So maybe if we're looking at the lilac here, you can also pull from the blues. You can also pull, and I'll flip this over, pull from a white. You can maybe do a gray with it. It's really up to you on what maybe sheets you want to kind of put with it, right? Or what your decor is. But I feel like, you know, sometimes they're like, oh, like a rose can't be a neutral. I think it can be.
I think it can be, and we've incorporated some of those neutrals. I feel that sage green is becoming more of a neutral.
Yes.
The creams, even the beiges and the brown that are in the sets here on the bed. You want your bedding to be your pop of color, to be your personality in the space. You have your muted colors on the walls, maybe, or on the carpeting or on the hardwood floors. You want your bedding to be an expression, and that's the way that you can breathe light into the room and really interest and color. And it's so easy to do. We're giving you a set with a quilt and matching shams. The twin comes with one sham, the other sizes all come with two. But again, look at that beautiful detailing. And then on the reverse, we've got the base color with that subtle polka dot. It's like a Swiss dot in that they're small. It's just not a raised pattern, but they're so stunning. We've carried that scalloped edge, which gives it kind of that throwback, a little bit of that rustic chic feel. But with this gorgeous watercolor print, so that you're really seeing more of a modern look, more of an artistic look, but something that's really going to bring that beauty, that movement, that flow into your space.
Well, and I think too, I feel like, you know, when you go to like those bed and breakfasts and they have those beautiful kind of, like you're not this is not something you're going to see everywhere. As a reminder, Emryn House is our line here at HSN, so you're not going to see this anywhere. We're going to show too, I know we're showing the colors again, but I know we saw a shot. If we could see the end of the bed here in just a moment, you'll see how beautiful the scalloping is. And then of course the design, what were you calling it?
The vermicelli stitching.
I mean, look at this.
It just gives it that lift. It gives it that pattern without there being a pattern. And that's what and it never crosses over itself. It's not those traditional squares. It's just that gorgeous movement. Gives it the fill, which gives it just enough weight. To be the right weight for your spring, your summer, or even your fall. I sleep warm. I like something a little lighter weight all the way into the winter, and then we switch into the heavier comforters.
And even then you could put something on top of it or put something underneath it and then put this
100%.
over it. But each of these look like they're hand done. You know, and reminder, these are all reversible. So if we were to flip this over and we pull this down, you're going to see that reverse side, and this is the colorway that you are getting here on the back in the cream. So remember, these are basically 2-in-1 looks that you're getting. So if you're like, you know, maybe I don't want the floral right now, you can flip them over and you have another high-end look. But it's totally different.
Completely different. And it helps too with matching back to some of your other colors. And sometimes you want to create just that interesting look. Like you could pull this up and just turn over the edge of it, and you could have the floral print showing on the pillow, but maybe you're keeping it with that, just that peak, that pop there of the yellow with the dots here, or the cream, I should say. This is our cream set. And it offers just that beautiful little difference here, that interest that really showcases that difference on the back, that reverse side, and it also allows you to kind of pull in some of those other colors if you want to do so.
You can really make this your own. And I know some of you were actually asking about the mattress topper we have underneath the sheet set. It is from Concierge Collection. We do have a presentation coming up at 9 a.m. So if you want to get your hands on that early at 50% off, you can. It's the Concierge Collection mattress topper or mattress pad. But we're looking again here at some of the, you know, of the beautiful bedscapes that have been set up. But this is so easy to do. If you don't want to, like Andrew said, repaint your room, you know, like, how much does it cost to repaint? How much time does it cost? Guys, this is $11 and change. It's $34.95 for a beautiful 3-piece set, twin through king, okay? Just get it home and then you're gonna change up the look. If you don't love it, you have 30 days, but get it home and try it out. You may regret not getting a couple of these to be able to kind of dress all of your bedrooms. I mean, think about that, right?
Absolutely.
Because you and I were talking, how expensive is it just to be able to get a pillowcase at some of these home stores? Those pillowcases are too at a lower quality. They're not 100% cotton.
No.
They're pretty much see-through. They're chintzy,
they
right?
Are, exactly.
And they're charging $30, $40 for one. This is a full set that you guys are getting that is reversible.
Yes, and it has that zipper closure. You're definitely not getting that at your discount stores. That you're not getting that quality. You're not getting that beautiful percale feel, that smooth matte finish, that breathable cotton. Everything is machine washable, tumble dry. You know, if you have a guest bedroom, and I'm going to out myself here, I have a guest bedroom, and I'm going to tell you right now, it has an old quilt on it that we've had for years, right? We didn't refresh that space. It feels extra, but you know, we have my mom who comes to stay with us every year, several times a year. She lives in Ohio. When she comes for several days. This is a beautiful way to create a calming, inviting space for your loved ones who may come to stay, or even if you have a room in your home, maybe you have a child and you say, okay, you're going to sleep in the, you know, on the couch for a while. Let grandma have your room. Put a fresh bed on there. Put a fresh bedding on there for your visitors so that they really feel special. and this is an easy way to do it with HSN set.
Okay, guys, lowest price ever. We're going to run through the colors one more time for you. On the bed is the cream. Over by Andrew, we've got the rose. Then we have it in this beautiful chambray. Most popular is the chambray. Most limited is the cream. Then we have it in this gorgeous buttery yellow. And then, of course, in the lilac. $11 and change to get it home. 100% cotton from Emryn House. Make sure you don't miss this. 882-763 is your item number. Andrea, it was fun this morning. Thanks for hanging out.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
For sure. We'll see you soon.
Yes,
I'm sure. The morning show, we like to do a lot of betting and things in here. All right, guys. It is almost 8 o'clock? So it's going to be almost time for our Today Special. So don't go anywhere because we're having a full